the dialogue, the whole kind of idea is that he doesn't feel validated, that I don't care about what he thinks, and I kind of plow forward and do what I want. Which, from
You do?
seeing this,
You
I'm
actually
like,
do?
I didn't even know step 2 and 3 and 4 existed. He is loving every penny he spent on this conference.
What's the agenda that she comes up with that makes you feel like you're not heard?
Oh, typically it's just just attentiveness. Just like this guy was talking about. When I come home, she's lost in something else. Just trying to get her attention to focus on me for a second. We have 6 kids, and it's chaos, and she homeschools, so it's always attention to kids. She tells me I'm kid number 7 sometimes, and I have to take a ticket and wait in line.
They're all my employees, and I just cracked the whip, and
You
I
kick
didn't
ass
I
doing
didn't even
it.
realize I was supposed to validate them. They're just my employees.
That's awesome
And
awareness.
he's like my major first employee, and he just wrote in him, it says mutually validating conversation. He said, and this is totally true, he said Jen sees him needing validation as that he's weak, that he needs me to pet him all the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I do, and now it's almost like I thought if he wasn't like me, then he was wrong. Like should be a producer if I'm a producer.
Okay, now we actually all do that. We think how we are is the way people should be. What's wrong with these people that they're not me? So you're not alone. We all kind of do that our way is the right way, and he's needy, and right? It's really easy to do that, and it feels better to our ego to think something's wrong with him, not ourselves.
Oh, you get to change that. That's what's cool, right? He's your partner. He's steering the ship, and you might be COO because you're home more and you're good at all that task, but you report to him just as equally as he reports to you. You are going to see her as the same. That's the first thing. So all of the hurt, all of the rejection, all of you having the story about you being number 7,
It's not happening.
it all has to go away. You're going to put it in another room.
Okay.
Okay? And you're going to show up and you're going to be completely about her. Although you've got an agenda, which is see me, but we're going to do it nice and gently. So we're going to see each other the same. And you're going to ask and show up for her. How's your day been, love?
Yeah. Okay.
Make it about her up front. Everybody in their marriage wants 4 things. We want to feel admired. Admired that, oh, I'm lucky to be married to this person, right? We want to feel appreciated for what we do. We want to feel respected, and we want to feel wanted. I want to hear him say, you are freaking amazing that you do all this, and you it's like you could run $1 million corporation with everything you do. Honey, I admire you. You're amazing. You don't have to be anything but you.
And that your strength is so good for our family.
True.
Now,
That's true.
That'd be hard.
I have to tell you, though,
Footprint
if my husband said that stuff to me, he would be getting a lot of my attention and my love and my affection that night. Because this is who she is, and she's not affectionate, right? She's this.
Yep.
So you gotta love that this is she is, and you gotta trust me that when you make her feel loved and not bad or broken, that this is how she is gonna really love you. So can you see what I'm asking you to ask for?
Sure. I'm glad you homeschool the 6 kids, and I get to go to work and actually have lunches with people, and I think your job is much harder than mine, really, because of all the emotion and all of the discipline and all of whatever, all the teaching and the things that go on with the kids. I also think that
I'm really not a homeschooler. I'm a home psychologist. Is what I am.
she draws a lot. You have wonderful charts. You do awesome pictures and analogies that help me understand what the kids are going through. So I think that's huge talent.
So will you receive that from him?
It's a little bit hard, but I like that he likes my charts.
Because in order
So
for this to
producer.
work and for you to see him as the same value, you have to receive that and claim that and that love from him. Because otherwise, you're literally not letting him gift you.
Yeah. It's a little bit tricky just right now because I've been mean with it. And so that's awkward for him to say, wow, thanks for bossing me around. And
Okay,
know,
so
it's
you
kinda
can
like a
receive
little
this
bit
and go,
awkward.
thank you for noticing that. But I've been really misaligning my power with this. And I've been making you wrong. And I've been making you less than me.
You know how many therapists haven't caught this? That we've
Yeah, we
gone
kick
through?
us. We're so much.
We've been through a dozen therapists and nobody's caught this.
This is the PI stuff, right? It becomes so accurate. Yeah. So can you stand up and say, I received that from you,
Wow. I received that from you. That you like my
and
charts.
that helps me love myself more and be okay with who I am.
That helps me love myself more and be okay with being strong.
Oh God, I'm going to cry. You are. And what your family needs you to be is to step into everything you are.
And run a company.
No, you don't. You don't. You need to be exactly where you are, doing exactly what you do. So I have learned that you also have needs.
Yeah.
And I have learned, and I can see that I've had some really bad behavior because I was afraid of losing control. But I see you, and I love you, and I want this. And I want this deeper than it ever has been because we are so good together. Because look what we've created. But I don't need to be about my tasks. And you don't have to be about craving my attention. Because we can show up for each other without fear and love each other more. How's that feel?
I'm excited to have these conversations and validate.
You bring him in, and we're going to redefine this dynamic so that we have a we and a us and a plan that represents both of us. How's that feel?
Feels good, really good. We've talked often about when we're on the same page and we're working together, it just seems like bliss,
Yeah.
right?
It's just the whole paradigm shift to not be running the show and
Have
just-
to be
just
alone.
putting my opinion in there and
Well done. How awesome.